The Legion of Honor, full name National Order of the Legion of Honor, is the highest French order for military and civil merits, established 1802 by Napoléon Bonaparte. The order is divided into 5 degrees of increasing distinction: Chevalier, Officier, Commandeur, Grand Officier and Grand-Croix. The order's motto is Honneur, Patrie, and its seat is the Palais de la Légion d'Honneur next to the Musée d'Orsay, on the left bank of the River Seine in Paris. History. Consulate. In the French Revolution, all French orders of chivalry were abolished, and replaced with weapons of honor. It was the wish of Napoleon Bonaparte, the first consul, to create a reward to commend civilians and soldiers, and from this wish was instituted a Légion d'Honneur, a body of men that was not an order of chivalry, for Napoleon believed France wanted a recognition of merit rather than a new system of nobility. The Légion, however, did use the organization of old French orders of chivalry, like the Ordre de St. Louis. The badges of the Legion also bear a resemblance to the Ordre de St. Louis, which also used a red ribbon. Napoleon originally created this to ensure political loyalty. The organization would be used as a facade to give political favors, gifts, and concessions. The Legion was loosely patterned after a Roman legion, with legionaries, officers, commanders, regional cohorts, and a Grand Council. The highest rank was not a Grand Cross but a Grand Aigle, a rank that wore all the insignia common to Grand Crosses. The members were paid, the highest of them extremely generously, 5,000 francs to a Grand Officier, 2,000 francs to a Commander, 1,000 francs to an Officier, 250 francs to a Legionnaire. Napoleon famously declared, "You call these baubles? Well, it is with baubles that men are led. Do you think that you would be able to make men fight by reasoning? Never. That is good only from the scholar in his study. The soldier needs glory, distinctions, rewards." This has been often quoted as, "It is with such baubles that men are led." The order was the first modern order of merit. Under the monarchy, such orders were often limited to Roman Catholics, and all knights had to be noblemen. The military decorations were the perks of the officers. The Legion, however, was open to men of all ranks and professions. Only merit or bravery counted. The new legionnaire had to be sworn in the Legion. It is noteworthy that all previous orders were crosses or shared a clear Christian background, whereas the Legion is a secular institution. The jewel of the Legion has 5 arms. First Empire. In a decree issued on the 10 Pluvios 13, a grand decoration was instituted. This decoration, a cross on a large sash and a silver star with an eagle, symbol of the Napoleonic Empire, became known as the Grand Aigle, and later in 1814 as the Grand Cordon. After Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of the French in 1804 and established the Napoleonic nobility in 1808, award of the Legion gave right to the title of Knight of the Empire. The title was made hereditary after 3 generations of grantees. Napoleon had dispensed 15 golden collars of the Legion among his family and his senior ministers. This collar was abolished in 1815. Although research is made difficult by the loss of the archives, it is known that 3 women who fought with the army were decorated with the order: Virginie Gasquier, Marie-Jeanne Schelling, and a nun, Sister Anne Biguet. The Légion d'Honneur was prominent and visible in the French Empire. The emperor always wore it, and the fashion of the time allowed for decorations to be worn most of the time. The King of Sweden therefore declined the order. It was too common in his eyes. Napoleon's own decorations were captured by the Prussians and were displayed in the Zeff House in Berlin until 1945. Today, they are in Moscow. Restoration of the Bourbon kings. In 1814, Louis XVIII changed the appearance of the order, but it was not abolished. To have done so would have angered the 35,000 to 38,000 members. The images of Napoleon and his eagle were removed and replaced by the image of King Henry IV, the popular first king of the Bourbon line. 3 Bourbon fleurs-de-lis replaced the eagle on the reverse of the order. A king's crown replaced the imperial crown. In 1816, the Grand Cordons were renamed Grand Crosses and the Legionnaires became knights. The king decreed that the commandants were now commanders. The Legion became the second order of knighthood of the French monarchy, after the Order of the Holy Spirit. July monarchy following the overthrow of the Bourbons in favor of King Louis-Philippe of the House of Orleans. The Bourbon monarchy's orders were once again abolished and the Order of the Légion d'Honneur in 1830 was restored as the paramount decoration of the French nation. The insignia were drastically altered. The cross now displayed tricolor flags. In 1847, there were 47,000 members. Second Republic. Yet another revolution in Paris brought a new republic and a new design to the Légion d'Honneur. A nephew of the founder, Prince Louis Napoléon Bonaparte, was elected president and he restored the image of his uncle on the crosses of the order. In 1852, the first recorded woman, Angelique Dutcheman, and old revolutionary of the 1789 uprising against the absolute monarchy, was admitted into the order. On the 2nd of December 1851, President Louis Napoléon Bonaparte staged a coup d'état with the help of the armed forces. He made himself Emperor of the French exactly 1 year later, on the 2nd of December 1852, after a successful plebiscite. Second Empire. An imperial crown was added. During Napoleon III's reign, the first American was admitted, Dr. Thomas Wiltberger Evans, dentist of Napoleon III. Third Republic. In 1870, the defeat of the French Imperial Army in the Franco-Prussian War brought the end of the Empire and the creation of the Third Republic. As France changed, the Légion d'Honneur changed as well. The crown was replaced by a laurel and oak wreath. In 1871, during the Paris Commune uprising, the Hôtel de Somme, headquarters of the Légion d'Honneur, was burned to the ground in fierce street combats. The archives of the order were lost. In the second term of President Jules Grévy, which started in 1885, newspaper journalists brought to light the trafficking of Grévy's son-in-law, Daniel Wilson, in the awarding of decorations of the Légion d'Honneur. Grévy was not accused of personal participation in this scandal, but he was slow to accept his indirect political responsibility, which caused his eventual resignation on the 2nd of December 1887. During World War I, some 55,000 decorations were conferred, 20,000 of which went to foreigners. The large number of decorations resulted from the new posthumous awards authorized in 1918. Traditionally, membership in the Légion d'Honneur could not be awarded posthumously. Fourth Republic. The establishment of the Fourth Republic in 1946 brought about the latest change in the design of the Legion of Honor. The date 1870 on the obverse was replaced by a single star. Organization, legal status and leadership. The Legion of Honor is a national order of France, meaning a public incorporated body. The Legion is regulated by a civil law code, the Code of the Legion of Honor and of the Military Medal. While the President of the French Republic is the Grand Master of the Order, day-to-day running is entrusted to her Chancery. Grand Master. Since the establishment of the Legion, the Grand Master of the Order has always been the Emperor, King or President of France. President François Hollande has been Grand Master since the 15th of May 2012 and ex officio Grand Cross of the Order. The Grand Master appoints all other members of the Order on the advice of the government. The Grand Master's insignia is the Grand Collar of the Legion, worn only by the President of the Republic as Grand Master of the Order. The Her-Chancery. The Her-Chancery is headed by the Her-Chancellor, usually a retired general, and the Secretary-General, who is civilian administrator. Her-Chancellor, General Jean-Louis Georgelin since the 9th of June 2010. Secretary-General Luc Fons since 2007. The Her-Chancery also regulates the National Order of Merit and the Médaille Militaire. There are several structures funded by and operated under the authority of the Her-Chancery, like the Legion of Honor Schools and the Legion of Honor Museum. The Legion of Honor Schools are allied boarding schools in Saint-Denis and Les Lodges in the Forest of Saint-Germain-en-Laye. Study there is restricted to daughters, granddaughters, and great-granddaughters of members of the Order. The Médaille Militaire and the Ordre National du Mérite. Membership. There are 5 classes in the Legion of Honor. Chevalier. Minimum 20 years of public service or 25 years of professional activity with eminent merits. Officier, minimum 8 years in the rank of Chevalier. Commandeur, minimum 5 years in the rank of Officier. Grand Officier, minimum 3 years in the rank of Commander. Grand-Croix, minimum 3 years in the rank of Grand Officier. The eminent merits are required to be awarded. The Order require the flawless performance of one's trade as well as doing more than ordinarily expected, such as being creative, zealous and contributing to the growth and well-being of others. The Order has a maximum quota of 75 Head-Cross, 250 Grand Officers, 1,250 Commanders, 10,000 Officers and 113,425 Knights. As of 2010, the actual membership was 67 Grand Cross, 314 Grand Officers, 3,009 Commanders, 17,032 Officers and 74,384 Knights. Appointments of veterans of World War II. French military personnel involved in the North African campaign and other foreign French military operations, as well as wounded soldiers, are made independently of the quota. Members convicted of a felony are automatically dismissed from the Order. Members convicted of a misdemeanor can be dismissed as well, although this is not automatic. Wearing the decoration of the Légion d'Honneur without having the right to do so is a serious offense. Wearing the ribbon or rosette of a foreign order is prohibited if the ribbon is mainly red, like the ribbon of the Legion of Honor. French military personnel in uniform must salute other military members in uniform wearing the medal, whatever the Légion d'Honneur rank and the military rank of the bearer. This is not mandatory with the ribbon. In practice, however, this is rarely done. There is not a single, complete list of all the members of the Legion in chronological order. The number is estimated at 1 million, including about 2,900 Head-Cross. Civilian awards. French nationals. French nationals, men and women, can be received into the Legion for eminent merit in military or civil life. In practice, in current usage, the order is conferred to entrepreneurs, high-level civil servants, scientists, artists including famous actors and actresses, sport champions as well as others with connections in the executive. Members of the French Parliament cannot receive the order, except for valor in war, and ministers are not allowed to nominate their accountants. Until 2008, French nationals could only enter the Legion of Honor at the class of Chevalier. To be promoted to a higher class, one had to perform new eminent services in the interest of France, and a set number of years had to pass between appointment and promotion. This was, however, amended in 2008 when entry became possible at officer, commander and grand officer levels, as a recognition of extraordinary careers. In 2009, Simone Veil became the first person to enter the order at Grand Officer level. Veil is a member of the Académie Française, a former health minister and president of the European Parliament, as well as an Auschwitz survivor. She was promoted to Grand Cross in 2012. The acceptance of being awarded the Legion of Honor is not mandatory. The composers Maurice Ravel and Charles Koechlin, for example, declined the award when it was offered to them. Non-French recipients, while membership in the Legion is technically restricted to French nationals, foreign nationals who have served France at the ideals it upholds may receive the honor. Foreign nationals who live in France are subject to the same requirements as the French. Foreign nationals who live abroad may be awarded a distinction of any rank or dignity in the Legion. Foreign heads of state and the wives or consorts of monarchs are made Grand Cross as a courtesy. Collective awards. Collective appointments can be made to cities, institutions or companies. A total of 64 settlements in France have been decorated, as well as 5 foreign cities: Legion 1914, Belgrade in 1920, Luxembourg City in 1957, Volgograd in 1984, and Algiers in 2004. French towns display the decoration in the municipal coat of arms. Organizations to receive the honor include the French Red Cross, the Abbé de Notre-Dame des Dombes, the French National Railway Company, the Préfecture de Police de la Ville de Paris, and various grandes écoles, colleges, and other educational establishments. Military awards. The military distinctions are awarded for bravery or for service. Award for extreme bravery. The Légion d'Honneur is awarded jointly with a mention in dispatches. This is the top valor award in France. It is rarely awarded, mainly to soldiers who have died in battle. Award for service. The Légion is awarded without any citation. French service members. For active duty commissioned officers, the Legion of Honor award for service is achieved after 20 years of meritorious service. Having been awarded the rank of Chevalier of the Ordre National du Mérite, bravery awards lessen the time needed for the award. In fact, decorated servicemen become directly Chevaliers of the Légion d'Honneur, skipping the Ordre du Mérite. NCOs almost never achieve that award, except for the most heavily decorated service members. Collective military awards. Collective appointments can be made to military units. In the case of a military unit, its flag is decorated with the insignia of a knight, which is a different award than the fourragère. 21 schools, mainly schools providing reserve officers during the World Wars, were awarded the Légion d'Honneur. Foreign military units can be decorated with the Order, such as the U.S. Military Academy. The flag, a standard of the following units, was decorated with the Cross of a Knight of the Legion of Honor, classes and insignia. The Order has had 5 levels since the reign of King Louis XVIII, who restored the Order in 1815. Since the reform, the following distinctions have existed: 3 ranks: Chevalier, badge worn on left breast suspended from ribbon; Officier, badge worn on left breast suspended from a ribbon with a rosette; Commandeur, badge around neck suspended from ribbon necklet. 2 dignities: Grand Officier, badge worn on left breast suspended from a ribbon, with star displayed on right breast; Grand Croix, formerly Grande decoration; Grand Aigle, head cordon. The highest level badge affixed to sash worn over the right shoulder, with star displayed on left breast. The badge of the Legion is a 5-armed Maltese asterisk in gilt enameled white, with an enameled laurel and oak wreath between the arms. The obverse central disc is in gilt, featuring the head of Marianne, surrounded by the legend République Française on a blue enamel ring. The reverse central disc is also in gilt, with a set of crossed tricolors, surrounded by the Legion's motto Honneur et Patrie and its foundation date on on a blue enamel ring. The badge is suspended by an enameled laurel and oak wreath. The star is worn by the Grand Cross and the Grand Officer respectively. It is similar to the badge, but without enamel, and with the wreath replaced by a cluster of rays in between each arm. The central disc features the head of Marie-Ange, surrounded by the legend République Française and the motto Honneur et Patrie. The ribbon for the medal is plain red. The badge star is not usually worn, except at the time of the decoration ceremony or on a dress uniform or formal wear. Instead, one normally wears the ribbon or rosette on one's suit. Gallery.